Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Parents and Students Online Orientation. My name is Ritche Abragan. I am the officer in charge of the Student Affairs Office. At this point, I would like to share with you the services offered of the Student Affairs. The Student Affairs and Services. The Student Affairs Services. The college has a student affairs who oversees the management of student services and activities complementing academic instruction and intended to facilitate holistic and student development for active involvement in nation building. Orientation services, an orientation program for new and continuing students, a comprehensive orientation program of activities responsive to students' needs. The orientation provides the parents and students specific details with regards to the rules and policies of the institution. It tackles important content of the student handbook, informing the students its duties and responsibilities upon staying in the college. We usually schedule this a week before the start of the college. Student discipline. Gender sensitive rules and regulations are developed in consultation with students and faculty and published in a student manual disseminated to students, faculty, and parents. The rules and regulations define appropriate student conduct and prescribe sanctions for misconduct. This is the concrete policy of the school pertaining to the behavior and conduct of students while in the college. We assigned three prefect of disciplines, one for BS Marine Transportation, one for BS Marine Engineering, and the other one for general education students who monitors their performance. Health services. The college provides primary medical care for its students. A clinic with a regular school nurse and health services personnel is open on school days to serve the students. The clinic is equipped with first aid medicine and equipment for emergencies and minor health problems. The college clinic keeps all the medical records of the students. They can also visit the college clinic to have a physical checkup with our medical and dental physician. We also provide medicines for basic illnesses and extend assistance for immediate care. Consultation to the college physician is available within a scheduled dates. Spiritual formation. To balance the growth of the students of DCSP, the college also sees to it that spiritual formation will be developed among its students. There shall also be masses every month. We encourage all students and personals to join the Holy Mass every first Wednesday of the month. Religious organizations who are recognized by the college can also conduct similar activities to cater non-Catholic students. Recollections are intended for non-graduating students. It is a requirement for them to be readmitted for the next semester, and retreat is for graduating students, a requisite before graduation. Guidance and counseling services. It will be tackled later by our guidance counselor. Information service. This service makes available to students certain kinds of information not ordinarily provided through classroom instruction. It enables this development facilitator to give important facts concerning personal, social, and educational adjustment. It includes the orientation among freshmen and incoming students, workshops, seminars to disseminate information on the relevance of guidance services to students' adjustments and academic life, as well as to provide information to ensure maximum welfare of students. Research and evaluation services. The Guidance Center spearheads on the online evaluation of teachers' performance by the students in coordination with the research office. The evaluation is aimed for further enhancement and development of all college programs and services. Career guidance. The Guidance Center and DCSP marketing team visits different high schools within Davao City and other provinces to provide incoming college students the information about the courses offered by the college. Specifically, this service helps assess individuals' interest and assist in their career decision making from knowing their abilities and potentials. helps them develop better skills they can use for their future jobs. Food services. It ensures the existence of safety provisions and sanitary conditions of different food outlets within the vicinity of the institution. A cafeteria inside the campus is set up for the convenience of the students and staff. Lunch and snacks are served. School necessities such as ball pens, papers, and the like are also being sold in the cafeteria. Scholarship and financial assistance. The college offers scholarship grants to the deserving students for a certain period of assistance to their financial obligations. Screening and monitoring procedures for scholarship programs are clearly stated for applicants and recipients to understand the grants offered by the school are as follows: academic scholarship, marching band, athletic scholarship, student scholarship, working scholars, student publication, family scholarship, company sponsored scholarship program. However, the college management regret to inform you that these grants, except the company sponsored scholarship program, are temporarily suspended as of the moment due to the pandemic crisis. Rest assured that we will offer again these privileges as soon as the economic will be back to normal. Student development programs and services. Services and programs designed for exploration, enhancement, and development of the student's full potential for personal development, leadership, and social responsibility through various institutional and or in student-initiated activities. The Student Affairs provides curricular and extracurricular that entails to provide development and of the students. Activities such as leadership training, health and wellness forum, career and employment seminars, intramurals, and extravaganza. Student organization and activities. The Student Affairs Office ensures the supervision, recognition, and monitoring of students, organization, and their activities such as leadership programs, student forums, peer helper programs, and the like. Student organizations are accredited, monitored, and evaluated using standard procedures and processes. As of the moment, we have 13 recognized clubs and organizations of the college. The organization had complied all necessary requirements for them to be given a permit to function inside the campus. However, involvement to sororities and fraternities is not allowed. At this point of time, I would like to discuss to you a very important chapter that the student must know. Chapter 3 of the Student Handbook, the Student Conduct. The Student Conduct and Discipline. To maintain the necessary order of the college, regulations are set to be followed by the students accordingly. The maintenance of these regulations is primarily under the Office of the Student Affairs. Uniform. For modesty and convenience and identification, the students of DCSP are obliged to wear the respective prescribed uniforms. BS Marine Transportation and BS Marine Engineering. Prescribed uniform for Maritime Department, Type A and Type B. Prescribed uniform for General Education Department. Prescribed uniform during laboratory and on-job trainings. Identification cards. Students are not allowed to enter the school premises without their student ID. The student must wear their IDs at all times when inside the campus. In case of loss of student ID, the student must present a notarized affidavit of loss to the Office of Student Affairs to apply for a new ID card. The same notarized affidavit of loss shall be presented to the guard on duty in order for the student to be allowed to enter the school premises while the new ID card is not yet issued to the student concerned. Issuance of new ID cards will be 2 to 5 business days. Prescribed haircut for Maritime Division. Male students must strictly observe the prescribed haircut style, which is 3 by 4 by 1 white side wall haircut with top head length of not more than 1 inch. During the conduct of inspection, if the student did not comply, the prescribed haircut inspection is done anytime every first week of the month to be conducted by the department heads or any authorized representative and or the prefect of discipline. For the maritime division, male students must strictly observe the prescribed haircut style, which is 3 by 4 by 1 white side wall haircut with top head length of not more than 1 inch. During the conduct of inspection, if the student did not comply the prescribed haircut, the prefect of discipline has the authority to sanction the student. So all the content on the chapter 3 is already embedded in our student handbook. Now let's go over to the classroom behavior. All students must follow the rules and regulations set by the teacher inside the classroom. Honesty must be observed at all times. A student who will be caught cheating shall be dealt with accordingly. Cellular phones must be switched off during class hours. Disciplinary procedures, minor offenses and violations. Students, both regular and scholar cadets, commits or is alleged to have committed an infraction of violation against the rules and regulations of the college, he or she shall be subjected to inquiry for investigation by the Director of Student Affairs. If proven guilty, the Director of Student Affairs shall give the corresponding sanction in reference to Section 3.32.2. Major offenses and violations. If no settlement is reached at the Office of Student Affairs level, the Director of Student Affairs shall elevate the case to the Committee on the Student Discipline for deliberation. The Committee on Student Discipline shall conduct further investigation of the case. If proven guilty, the Committee on Discipline shall give sanction in reference to Section 3.3.12.2. Categories of offenses. The following are identified as major offenses: murder, homicide, grave threats, willfully causing physical injuries to another while inside the school premises, carrying of deadly weapon while inside the school premises, sexual assault or rape, acts of sexual harassment, discrimination and other forms of harassment, prostitution, arson, vandalism and destruction of defacement of college property, contemptuous and repeated disregard of college policies, stealing, theft, robbery, forging, falsifying, and or tampering of school records and or any other documents, including those posted on the bulletin boards and classrooms, tampering or lending ID cards to other students or outsiders, instigating, leading, and or participating in concerted activities that lead to stoppage of classes, preventing or threatening of fellow student, a faculty or any school authority in performing his or her duties or from attending his or her classes. Any act of dishonesty with intention to defraud or jeopardize the college. Assaulting or provoking fight with fellow students, college employees, or any person in authority in campus or off campus if the incident originated within the campus. Disrespect or insubordination to any member of the academic community, such as teachers, students, employees, and other personnel. Gross misconduct, possession, selling, and or use of illegal drugs. Recruiting for and membership and participation of sororities, and fraternities. Commission of a crime within the school premises with a penalty of not more than 1 year and 1 day imprisonment and or fine of 200 pesos or above unless specified as minor. Any grounds similar on analogous to the foregoing. And for scholar cadets, absence without leave, bringing in and drinking of intoxicating liquor inside the dormitory and sleeping while on duty, entering the school premises and or reporting to class under the influence of alcohol and other intoxicants. So those that I mentioned are considered as major offenses. The following are classified as minor offenses with the corresponding penalties according to the number of times the offense has been committed. The following are classified as minor offenses with their corresponding penalties according to the number of times the offense has been committed. For scholar cadets, corresponding corrective actions will be issued in every offense, both major and minor offenses committed. Accumulation of 3 cans shall be subject for deliberation by the Committee on Student Discipline, as stated on Chapter 3, Section 3.2. This is not applicable for commission of major offenses which correspond to an outright deliberation of the case. Here are sanctions that will be imposed if the student commits violation: dropping, suspension, expulsion, preventive suspension, non-readmission. Categories of sanctions. For minor sanctions, reprimand with apology to the concerned parties, payment of actual damages, fines, community service, and such as other sanctions as may be determined by the Committee on Discipline. Major sanctions: suspension, dropping of student from the class roll, cancellation or forfeiture of scholarship grants, denial of graduation privileges, expulsion, termination of training, such other sanctions as may be determined by the Committee on Discipline and which should be commensurate to the gravity of violation or infraction committed. Here are important reminders during online classes for school year 2020-2021. Wear appropriate dress. As of the moment, the college management suspends the wearing of school uniform, but we encourage all students to wear appropriate dress during your online class. Please refrain from wearing unprescribed clothing. Classroom policy must still be observed. Please be mindful with your behavior. The College Prefect of Discipline and your respective instructors has the authority to report any violation of students. If you are found guilty, you are subject for sanctions under the student handbook. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the services offered by the Office of the Student Affairs. I hope you learned something from the topics that I discussed. Please stay safe and keep your body healthy. See you on your respective online classes.